So the parts of this simple radio are a coil, a razor blade, a pencil, a safety pin, a wire with an antenna. This can just be a long wire. I'm using an antenna since that I'm inside. Okay, and then you need something that goes to ground, earth ground. So that can be what I have is I have this plugged in with the green wire going to ground. You could just as easily use a long wire outside with a taped to a screwdriver stuck in the ground. You just need a ground. So let's go over the connections. When we look at the connection, we have the ground goes to one of the sides of the piezo speaker. The other side goes to one side of the winding. If we go over here, we have the other end of the speaker goes to the safety pin, which is stuck into just a number 2 pencil that is sitting on this razor blade. We then have the razor blade is connected to the antenna and the other side of the coil. Now, one thing you have to remember about this razor blade is you need to take a torch and you have to heat it up so that it's blued. Unless it's blued, it will not work. The way this radio works, there's absolutely no power, no batteries, and you can put the speaker in your ear, and by adjusting, let me get the antenna out here, by adjusting the position of the pencil, you're able to get a radio station. So what kind of radio is this? Well, it's called a Foxhole radio. And here's the reason. All of these parts a World War II soldier could get out on the battlefield. You know, obviously he could find some wire to go to ground. He could get some magnetic or some enamel wire from motor windings or spare parts. He would have a razor blade from his shaving kit. Obviously he could find a pencil and a safety pin, and then what he would do is he would just take this wire here for the antenna, and he would just find a long length of wire and just set it out, you know, across the ground, which is possible. It's just I'm inside, so it wasn't feasible. So this thing is just a really small beginning radio. What I'm going to do is this is going to be the first in a multi-part series. The next thing I want to do is probably clean up some of these connections. Maybe put some terminals in here and get it so that it's just a little more easy to use. But what I'm going to do now, before I change any of this, is I'm going to hook it up to a powered set of speakers. Now the radio itself still will not have any power going to it. It's just the powered speakers will allow you guys to hear the radio station. Okay, so as you can see now, what I've done is I've hooked up this pair of powered desktop speakers, and what I did was I took the connection and took the headphone out and made one connection to plug. Took the other connection, so basically I just replaced the headphone so that you guys would be able to hear it on the video. But as you can see, it's actually pretty clear. It would probably be a lot clearer if I was outside with the antenna. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a series of these videos, and we're going to go through and see the different iterations of the simple radio. We could, by adding some capacitors, by adding some potentiometers, but I wanted to start out by showing you this basic radio that has a tuner that uses a pencil, a safety pin, and a razor blade. So If you can, please like this video and maybe subscribe to the channel if you like the video. That would be great. This is the Bored Hobbyist signing off.